poppin' B? Perpuck here, and welcome back to another episode of Race the Ramen, the show where I attempt to review something unscripted in the amount of time it takes to boil an instant ramen. And today we'll be taking a look at Sinners, showing now in movie theaters. Alright, we're going to start the timer right now. Okay, so Ryan Coogler's Sinners. Let me open this real quick saying, I have not seen a Ryan Coogler movie before Sinners. This was my first. So yes, that means I haven't seen, I think it's called Fruitvale Station. I haven't seen either of the Black Panther movies, and I have not seen the original Creed, all of which he directed. I've seen Creed 3 for some reason, but it's a whole other thing. So I went into Sinners knowing little about it, other than people were saying it's real good. And I was like, I like real good movies. So I went to see it. I've been seeing trailers for it for a few months, and I thought it looked solid and interesting, but I couldn't really tell exactly what it was about. And in case you're in the same boat, I'll give you a brief synopsis. Trying to spoil as little as possible here. No major plot spoilers, but I'll tell you this. Sinners is a movie about a lot of characters, but our main-ish characters are a young man named Sammy, Preacher Boy Sammy, an aspiring blues singer and guitarist who is the son of a preacher, and under the guidance of his older cousins, two twins named Smoke and Stack, both played by Michael B. Jordan. Under their watch, he's going to play at their new juke joint. They want to make a nightclub with a bunch of money they got when they were away, and now they're back in their Mississippi town. It's the 1930s, racial tensions everywhere, and they want to make a place for their community. Like, all their black friends, like their Chinese friends that run, like, the general store, all that. And so they get together all these colorful characters, all these, like, really well-defined different members of the cast. There's a lot of people to keep track of in this movie. And it was never really hard for me to. They're all really distinctly acted. Not a weak performance amongst anybody here. And just all of them come together at this nightclub. And then, vampires. Yeah, sorry if you didn't know about this part, but Sinners is a vampire movie. It is so strange to say out loud, even still, having seen it twice and loved it both times, that it's a vampire movie, but it is. Sinners is a character drama, period piece, romance, drama, action, like racial tension, breaking the wheel of generational oppression, vampire movie, and it kind of kicks ass. I don't think it's quite as perfect as some people do, but let me tell you, Sinners is some excellent cinema, and if you don't watch it, you're missing out. Let me just pull the veil back, alright? Sinners is great. You've probably been hearing from people other than me that it's like the hot thing in movie theaters right now, if you actually want to see a good movie, and not just if you want to throw popcorn at the screen or whatever. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, it is an excellent movie. It's a little over 2 hours long, almost 2.5 hours. And it spends more than the first half with like no vampire stuff almost at all. It spends like 70 minutes or so like building up who these people are and like spending some time at the club so we know all the relationships between these people and their motivations, like what's at risk, all of this stuff. It does a great job of establishing all of this. And it's all paced really well for a movie this long. And then at a certain point, that other shoe drops, the party's over, and it's vampire time. And instead of like uprooting and kind of messing with like the grounded, established tone and set of characters when like the supernatural stuff kicks in, the vampire stuff ties in naturally and like elegantly to the rest of the movie's themes and like stuff that's been presenting, you know, stylistically so far. So like, you know it's coming, and it's still like a big crazy thing when it happens, but it's not completely out of nowhere. And it doesn't like make the movie suddenly into something silly and lesser than it was. It strengthens it. It all comes together in like a crazy final act and a wonderful climax tapering into one of the boldest, ballsiest, best post-credit scenes I've ever seen. If you go to see this movie, please stay through the first part of the credits, because there is one more scene after what appears to be the credits roll that is important to the plot and is basically the ending, so stay for that. It's great. The whole thing is great. I haven't even mentioned how the soundtrack is just like some S-tier god shit. I forget his full name, Ludwig something, but this guy knows how to score a movie. Just soulful and beautiful and fun and excellent in pretty much every way. Go see Sinners. Hopefully that gives you a decent impression of what I think of the movie. I think it's great. And I'd like to clarify that even though I don't think it's quite as, like, perfect, like, flawless as some people seem to think, I think it's pretty damn close. And I've already gone out of my way to see it twice in theaters. Once, by myself. Second time with as many of my family members as were willing to come. And they all really liked it. And, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Sinners is great. I forget where I saw this, but Ryan Coogler had a quote. Something like, I wanted the audience to feel like they'd had a full meal when they walked away from Sinners. And let me say, Ryan, I'm feeling very fed. Cleaned the plate, left no crumbs. Yeah, you should see it if you can handle a little bit of blood and violence and some sensual stuff. There is sex and like discussion of other sexual matters in this movie. It's kind of intimate and romantic often. There's not really any nudity, even though there is sex in it. It's interesting. But let me just say, if you're one of those people who like almost died watching like Nosferatu or like the borderline sex scene from like Mickey 17, you might not survive this, because there's actually people like making sweet tender love in this, and you might die. But for real, great movie. Great action, great characters, great themes. It's kind of timeless. It makes some bold, artistic swings at multiple points. It has one of the best like scenes that will probably come out of any movie this year. I think most people have seen it, know what I mean. That oneer where Sammy plays the blues. You'll all see it when you know it. And just, yeah. I think we got a classic on our hands here. Like a movie that we'll be talking about for years to come. Like, damn, that was a good one. Where like we're all just looking back on it fondly before it's even old. It's a good movie. Great vampire movie. Great all kinds of movie. If you like good movies and you can handle a little bit of titillation and a little bit of like bloody violence, absolutely go see this. I give Sinners a 9 out of 10. It is so close to a 10 for me. I have like a bunch of tiny little quibbles with certain parts of it. Some of which did get a little more pronounced after seeing it a second time. But I really don't want to undermine this movie's like successes or like the better qualities of it, because it's almost nothing but great. And for real, if you are interested in this, absolutely go see it with friends. It is probably some of the best cinema that we're going to get all year. A smart blockbuster, unafraid to like ask questions, provide a few answers, and do bold artistic things that most people would like not dare to do. Sinners is all that in a bag of chips. Go see it. Please go see it. I'm happy to see that this movie is like succeeding so much. It's making a lot of money. Critics really like it. General audiences seem to like it really well. It's nice to see something original and cool like this, just like making a big impact. It's nice to see. It's cool. Unlike that movie Sneaks, which came out recently, you know, the animated talking shoe movie. I guess most people would rather be Sinners than Sneaks. But also, what the fuck is that movie, dog? It looks fake.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Please don't talk round here. We converse.